Hello everyone, welcome on back to Hutan Pantai. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to have this go to that field right out there. We'll get it planted. Yeah, I think oats probably makes good sense for this. We'll have it work on the bigger field. We have a couple more pallet goods to sell. Not sure how much it will be, but we'll have to do the baling for the hay, which we'll have to do with the Merlot. It's kind of the only option. Because this is going to do better on the planting. Alright, so let's set this to 4 meters and hope we don't have too many problems. Because the drill itself is 4 meters. I'm not sure why it always is 4.5 it defaults to. And then it misses a bunch. It just creates problems later for me. So it's just easiest to do it this way. We have the honey to sell too. We're going to sell the honey. I have officially switched all of the stuff in the large greenhouse to do just lettuce. Mainly because it's going to end up spawning us less pallets. Because the thing with the lettuce is, as far as I remember right when I did the math a while ago, it spawns slightly less pallets than a lot of the other products, but the amount is double. I'm pretty sure it's one of the better pallet goods to actually do. So we're going to be doing lettuce primarily. And then if we only have it obviously set to do lettuce, ooh, don't tip. All of the cycles will go to just making the lettuce. We're not splitting up the cycles then between 4 different products. It's not like we're doing any sort of soups or anything, any of the productions that might need the other products. And I was also thinking with the rice saplings. Obviously I brought up where I'm thinking we might look to sell that greenhouse in the future. Do we have any goods still here? I think they're already sold out. Wow, all products are so good, they sold out so quick. Which would mean we're not going to be using any of... So yeah, that would be what, 26,000? We're going to be using any of the planter or harvester again then. That's 31,000. We're $422,000. Wow. We're doing pretty good right now. But I might consider selling that greenhouse now and selling a lot of the equipment to go along with that. And honestly, now that I see where we're at financially, we might be able to afford a dairy. Which is tempting to get, because obviously then we can put it all into doing mozzarella. We might not have enough milk, really, production-wise. We could do that. It's kind of tempting now. Yeah, we'll see where we're at then at the end. It's tempting. I think logically speaking, we might have a good amount of hay. We could potentially do a decent amount of water buffalo. They are going to eat a lot. I'm going to assume they're going to be fairly similar to cows in that regard, where they eat 10, 20,000 liters a month. Like, they eat a lot. Especially if you have 80 in there or something like that. They're going to eat quite a bit. So something we'll have to think about. Alright, we're going to lease this one. It looks to be it's lighter than the other one, weight-wise, so it should be pull a little better. That's really about it. And it actually allows us to do 180 centimeter bales. If we go any farther down, it's 150s. So it really just makes sense for that. Nothing in the sales. If we want to do spinach, obviously, we'd have that. This is tempting, I'm not gonna lie. It is tempting because we don't have a way to get rid of weeds right now. So it's a little bit tempting. It's 10 grand, so it's 65% off. That'd be tough to beat. I think we're gonna buy it. 10 grand for a sprayer, that's not bad. It's gonna allow us to spray the weeds this way. And do fertilizer and stuff a little bit quicker. Obviously, you know, right now we can just rent the hoe and stuff, and it's going to be a better yield. That's why I've been doing that versus buying a sprayer before, but we might not have enough for a dairy this month. Obviously, I'm trying to think here, because we got to sell the rice stuff too. Because I'm just thinking, like, if we're going to do rice, why wouldn't we just do the long grain rice? We could potentially, obviously, then sell everything else. Let's change the bale size and turn on automatic drop. Especially because we've been doing the long grain rice the last how many times now? So why not just stick with it, and we can continue making our rice cakes, at least for the time being. Obviously, long term, I don't know how much we'll do, because eventually, obviously, we become a really large farm that has multiple productions and sawmills and stuff. We might not want to mess around with those really small fields. They might just be you know, become a part of the farm or something. Well, the Merlot is pulling this just fine, which is good to see. I was a little bit worried about that, but obviously the Adco would preferably be the one that pulls the planter, because when I planted this field, it was pretty noticeable that. Okay, it has not missed any spots yet. That's good to see. Is hail damage and stuff actually planting over? Oh, there's the hail damage there. Okay, so we're not quite to the point where that would be affected. We do have the long grain rice fields that are ready this month too. Not sure if we'll do harvesting in them. It's not a huge priority. We still have some long grain rice in the production, so it's not going to be like a thing where we're not making rice cakes or anything. Of course, it would hit 90% right when I was going to do a turn here. I have a mod that automatically slows it down when you hit 90% with round balers. I forget what it's called. It's like extended round bale or something like that. I think there should be a link to it in the description. I already have over 30,000 liters of hay out here. And we've only made it around the field once. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Alright, so we're just about here, done with the baling. Yeah, I don't think we'll get another full one, it looks like. We can unload a partial though, so try to get as much as we can. I'm sure there's plenty of pieces in here that were missed. I'm sure just from wind rowing it might have got missed, and then just eventually we missed it bailing. I see a couple small bits in here, but it's very little. We can get this. We got 15 bales from that. Wow, we can unload that unfinished bale. 7,000 liters, still pretty good. 16 total bales, which would be, hey, 142,000 liters. So even if they're eating 20,000 liters a month, it's going to last a while. Which is good to see. That means we can, do this field every once in a while. We don't have to do it every 3 months. Alright, let's get this returned. Not sure if we can pick 2 of these up at once. They're pretty big bales. Really, my biggest worry would be, are they gonna... One's gonna be slightly higher than the other one, maybe. Now we can pick them both up. No rear weight or anything. Wow, that is... We're not gonna fit many in there. We might have to leave the one side down. Try to get them pushed in there, but yeah, we'll have to leave the one side down maybe and stack them up. Yeah, we're not gonna get many in there though, or on there. Try to get this like right on the edge, that way it doesn't. Well, it still allows me to put one on the other side as well. This truck is going to really struggle going up that hill. Be a lot of weight on it. Alright, there we go. We got those all loaded up. I really don't know if that's going to make it up that hill. But we still have 4 bales? Yeah. Alright, so we'll just put these right here for now. I think I'm going to store them in the actual barn, though, once we get that placed. This is still doing its thing. I would like to obviously get this in that small field as well today. I also would hope to get the hoe in those fields. Because we can... It's 106,000 liters on this. That poor thing. The poor thing. The frame is going to break in half. Right, so let's take a gander in here in the constructions. It's finally happening. It's finally going to happen. Let's see. Yeah, it's $254,000. Cannot fence. Oh, there we go. I've kind of went back and forth on which area I'd want to have it, whether it be over here or over here. I'm leaning towards this area. But if we put it over here, obviously the milk and stuff would just be on the side. But we have the fact it's gonna be in the ground. I can already see that. So, although I think we want the slurry on this side. Yeah, that's where the slurry is. We want on this side, it's easier to get to. Yes, we want to customize the fence, so we're going from here. Alright, so obviously the milk point is right there. Go up here. Kind of want to curve it almost with the road, but not too much with the road. So we'll go here. Go here. Should connect right in, right? There we go. Plant meadow, yes. That was quite costly to do. How many can we put in here? 81. We can put 81 in here, which right now this grass looks pretty bad. To put it nicely, it looks pretty bad. Do we have to do much groundwork? It does not look like it. And that was my concern with it being on that side, is we might have to do a little bit of extra groundwork. Not too bad. Maybe we'll put maybe gravel? We got asphalt. Something that would kind of make sense for this. I don't think, a dirt would make sense. How does that look? That looks fairly good. I do have that one mod on. So yeah, from what my understanding is, you can't change what the brush is when you have the I forget what it's called. Some sort of line mod. We'll just get this in here. Yeah, I would say that looks pretty good over here. Honestly, we could have probably gotten a little bit closer to the road. I see that now, but it does allow us to actually get over to the side, which would be nice. And we'll do a little bit of gravel right along the edge. And this right here should probably be changed. We'll put the grass layer down. And then we'll put a little bit of meadow. I think that looks pretty good. Long term, this will look fine, but yeah. Nice little gravel. I think gravel probably makes the most sense out of all the options. You're probably not going to have asphalt there. You might have cement. But gravel, well, there's a little bit mist in here for some reason. I thought I did a good job, but maybe not. No, we do not want to sell it. We just placed it. It's possible it's just not going to clear up, too. Yeah, I might just not be able to clear up. Yeah, I think that looks good. Might be a little biased, but it looks pretty good. We got 33,000 liters of food we can put in there. We can put straw, which would be for manure purposes, and maybe bedding, obviously. So we are going to want to put water buffalo in here. So 18 months is when they're adults, which I would assume that's going to be when they actually produce milk. They're not cheap. I don't know if we're going to be getting a dairy anytime soon. We'll do 15 of these. Let's do 20. And then next month, I'll check on how much food we used over the month, and I can kind of gauge if we can take a full 80 in there yet. Because the goal is I'm going to try to put adults in here and just immediately be making a ton of money. That's the goal. So that's 25,500, which we could have saved, what, $2,500 probably? Yeah. By doing transport, or $2,000 by transporting them, but look at that. We finally got water buffalo. We probably should get them some food. They might like that. I'll probably just put this in on camera, and then I'll put, whatever it needs to fill it up off camera. Much like I fill up the waters, the greenhouses and stuff off camera. It's just so we're not constantly having that on camera. It's just they look like they did a pretty decent job. It still shows that's messed up. It shouldn't be, though. Because it was supposedly that got fixed. Supposedly. That's what I was told, at least, based off of the update. It did miss some, which most of this is on the hill, so Can't blame it too much. The ad code desperately needs to be worked on. So that's kind of unfortunate. It does not seem like that got fixed, because this is a direct drill. Unless it's future hail spots won't, need it. That might be it. So maybe we'll actually still have to cultivate that up. Yeah, we're up to only $107,000, so I don't think we'll be getting any sort of dairy anytime soon. And we're a little bit off now. 100,000 away. Right, though I'm going to go to the construction menu. We're going to get this sold. It is demolition mode. 1,500, not too bad. We obviously have all those pallets to move. You have this to bring down to the store. I'm just going to use super strength. I'll just push these out of the way. That way, I can get the greenhouse put down here. Do we want to do more of these mushrooms or more of these? Could put a large one in here. I think we'd want it this way. And it would fit literally right in the same spot. If we do this, is this the one that's $3,000? I think this produces like 2 pallets a month. If we get another large, just tarp greenhouse, that's going to produce about 4,000 liters of lettuce a month. That would be, what, 12 grand? Like I said, I think... I don't remember. I know I placed a large one on Riverbend, but I don't remember how many cycles it was. So I think to be safe, we'll do another lettuce, because that would obviously probably net us more money. I would think. So there, we have another large one, which I'll probably get that started off camera. We'll get it filled up and everything. That does remind me, I was going to look. I got a mod. I don't remember where it is in here. But instead of doing a... Where would that be? I honestly not sure. Oh, here it is. It's a free water tank. It's $500. So instead of putting one of the rice paddy fields down, this might be cheaper. It might honestly be a little bit cheaper. And we can just put it right in the corner, maybe. $500 and I get free water. That's probably cheaper than anything else would be. Yeah, I guess I'll get to drive this down. It's gonna be a long drive. I might just have a worker bring these down, maybe. Yeah, that free water tank mod is on Mod Hub. I just saw that a while ago. Well, not that long ago, but I was like, well, that might honestly be cheaper than making a small rice paddy field. Or it's about the same price and it doesn't, look as bad. It's still free water, but let's be honest, a tiny little rice paddy field is somewhere aesthetically probably isn't as pleasing as a actual water tank would be. Saves a lot of time though going to the lake, the ocean down there. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and do a short little time lapse. We'll finish up the spraying here, so I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, so we're just about done here with the spring. There might be a tad bit there. It's hard to say. Like I've said numerous times, I have a tough time telling what has and hasn't been done unless I look down at this angle. We'll double check in here. Looks good. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I might look to get that small little maintenance cart that I've talked about before. I think it's like 10 grand, and then, you know, then we can have it on the farm. We can change the truck, for example, on the farm to different capacities and stuff for grain. So I'm going all the way down to the store. For the convenience, it might not be too bad. Are we almost out of fertilizer? Probably have to buy some more. I don't think we have any more on the farm. Obviously, in the future, we'll be doing liquid fertilizer for the second layer, but yeah, this is a pretty small field, and like I've said before, eventually this field will become a part of the farm itself. It's just gonna be a little while until it's there. We simply just don't have the money to really expand the farm. Oh, I forgot to turn it on. And I know I've heard that the temple is like 100 and some days or something of worth of products or something. It's like an absolute ton of products to go through there. So obviously we might want to get started on that pretty soon if we actually want to do it. There we go. Alright, now we can go back to here. We'll get everything into the selling bay. Unfortunately, I can't unload this. Like, I don't see an option, and I'm hitting the buttons, and it's not unloading. So, I have, you know, open the cover, close the cover. We could try folding it. Would that do it? No. Yeah, I don't think there's an option for this, unfortunately. I can maybe understand the saplings, but, you know, why can't I take out the fertilizer? I can on anything else. All in all, this should get us back over 100,000. And hopefully, maybe end of the year, we'll talking a dairy. Talking some mozzarella. Get me good. Alright, so that's 17,500. We'll repair it, which is not much. I know the repaint, some people are saying is bugged, so I'm going to save it prior. So it should go up 2 grand at least. It did. Okay, so, like, I know some people are saying it wouldn't always go up, then, yeah, it's just how it is. 20 grand, we'll repair this. It goes up the correct amount. 10 grand. It does go up, so. I know there was a bug in there, and I think they fixed it, but there. Well, back up to almost 150,000. That's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty good. We're not that far away, really. I mean, once we get the greenhouse going, which I'll get going off camera, and I'll get it going before I advance the month, of course. We'll just do lettuce in it, I think. Well, that's about everything for today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.